Hello guys, it is Halo Boy here, back today with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you ranking S, A, B, C, D, E, F, all the Halo 2 / Halo 2 anniversary guns. So I'm just going to be ranking them. This is based on my opinion. You guys might disagree. Yeah, this is my opinion. Don't get angry. But anyway, let's get into this. First on the list is the Magnum pistol. And if you watched my video from yesterday, you should know that I made the Magnum pistol S. Well, it's at F this time. Because Bungie, you are an awesome company. So you must have gone out of business for Halo 2's Magnum. Because it was terrible. It had a massive mag compared to the other one, but the other one's mag was fine. It was still big in Halo Combat Evolved. You just made it weak and poo and black and poo. Like, I like the silver tint. I'm just saying, I like the silver sparkly in the sun. Especially on the mission Halo, or the second mission in Halo Combat Evolved. I love it when it just sparkles off the sun. It's just like the silver is so majestic to the Magnum. And I don't know why they didn't keep that. I don't know why they just made it all, like, weak. And if the mag before was fine, you didn't need to make it extended. You just made it extended to ruin everything else. Like, yeah, it's an F. On to the next one. Next on the list is the SMG. That's an A. Sorry, guys. That's an A because you can dual wield it. It's a fast firing gun. It's got a good fire rate. Sorry, it's a pretty good gun, if I do say so myself. It's not like a human plasma, but it shoots quicker. It's a really helpful gun, especially when you dual wield it. It is a pretty good gun, but it just doesn't reach that mark of S, so it's going to sit down at A, which I think is a pretty good rank. Anyway, on to the next one. Next on the list is the shotgun, and that's also going to sit down at A, but it's like the SMG. Absolutely amazing, but it just doesn't reach that mark. I don't like the way they changed the design. I do love the design from Halo 3, but I also love the one from Halo 2 and 3, which is Halo 3's same design as Halo 2, and Halo 3 ODST design is the same as Halo 2's. But anyway, as I was saying, I do love the design, but I kind of wish they kept the other one. It's got a very big magazine. It's got a lot bigger of a magazine. But it just still doesn't feel like that legendary gun where when you pick up, you're like, yes, I'm going to kill everyone. So it's going to sit at A, as you can see. Next on the list is the battle rifle, and I think you guys can guess where the battle rifle is going to be. It's going to be at F. No, I'm joking. It's at S. Of course it's at S. It's got a ×2 scope, 3-round burst, kill elites in an instant. It's got an ammo meter just like the assault rifle. It's just amazing. And yeah, there's nothing much more to say about the battle rifle being at S. Next on the list is a sniper rifle. That's going to sit at A because, the sniper rifle is not too bad of a gun. It's pretty powerful and it can zoom in very well. And yes, I have moved light because it's stupid, but it's still being stupid. Smack, you're grounded. But yeah, there's nothing much to say about sniper rifle except it's an A because it's very good. So guys, I've moved the light again because, well, it's grounded. But anyway, on to the next one. We have the rocket launcher, and that's also going to sit at A because it obliterates everything. And that's really the only thing to say about this gun. So, literally, pick up a rocket launcher, you kill like 3 grunts and an elite in like one shot. It's just amazing. So, yeah, that is the rocket launcher, right at A. Next on the list is the plasma pistol, and if you watched my video from yesterday, you'll be shocked by this, because I put it at S. I've put it at B. Now, the reason I put it as B is for one reason. I would never choose to use it. I would never choose to use it, but it's a really good gun. A, it charges. B, it's good by itself. And just C, it's a classic gun. And D, it's pretty decent. It takes a long time for you to have to go like the oh no, it's jammed sort of thing. But I would not choose to use it, so that's just going to sit at B. Next on the list is the Elite Blue Plasma Rifle. That's going to sit at S. If you watched my video from yesterday, you will know that I said it's not very good in Halo Combat Evolved, but in Halo 2, it's amazing. So that is going to right at S. Because the Elite one, it takes a long... It's not that strong. Well, it is strong, but it's not as strong as the Brute one. Let's say I've got a Brute one as well. So, Elite one, Brute one. The Elite one is not strong. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to explain this. So, they are really powerful guns, but the Brute one's more powerful, but it runs out quicker. Whereas the Elite one is slightly less powerful, but it lasts longer, which is why it's better. Because with the Brute one, you kill like one person because it's not that strong, whereas like it's really strong and then it runs out quickly. So you kill like one person with the Brute one, and then with the Elite one, this blue one, that because it's got the longer duration before it goes out, or it does the fiery thing, if you will, or like the electricity. It means you can kill like 2 enemies at least, which means just overall it's better for completing the game. And as it's pretty obvious, because we just did the blue plasma rifle, the next is the red plasma rifle. And that's just going to sit at B, because like I explained in the last one, it's just not as good as the blue one. And I just completely explained it, so there's nothing more to say about this gun. So, next on the list is the Needler. And if you've ever played Halo 2, you will know it sucks. Now, if you've played Halo 2, you can just skip 10 seconds of this video and go to the next one, because you know why I'm putting this at F. It is useless. Useless. So for you who have never played Halo 2, do not use the Needler. You will look like a poop. Next on the list is the Carbine, or the Covenant Carbine. And that's going to sit at B, because it's a really good gun, but I don't think anyone will choose it to absolutely love. And it also takes a little while to reload. There's no one out there, I don't think anyway, who absolutely loves it. But there's no one out there who really hates it. So, I think B is a pretty fair place for the Carbine. Next on the list is the Beam Rifle. But powerful, very, very powerful. Duration, one shot and you have to wait for 5 seconds for it to come back. That's all I need to say about this gun. It's at E. Strong, spectacularly good. Disgusting. Next on the list is the Brute Shot. In Halo 3 it's alright, but in Halo 2 it does not work. So that's also going to sit down at F with the Magnum and the Needler, because it's just not effective at all. Like, if you use that in Halo 2, you are going for a rough time, my friends. I will give you that. Next on the list is the Fuel Rod Cannon. And it's really strong. It's got a cool reload. And it obliterates everything. But it's hard to find. And it's still not the best gun out there. So that's just going to sit right at C in the middle. Because if you look, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, half this, half goes there, half goes there. C is right in the middle, and this 2 goods, strong, and it's got a cool reload, and 2 bad, hard to find. Still, it's not good to just be having for like the whole Halo game. It's not going to get you through the whole game. So that's just going to sit right in the middle. Next on the list is the energy sword, and that's going to be ranked at A because it's really powerful and really fun to use. But then again, like the Fjord Cannon, it's really hard to find, and it's pretty hard to just walk up to enemies like, nah. Like, surely an ODST is just going to be like, huh? And kill you. And fun fact, this is actually a Halo 2 ODST that I'm holding, and we're doing a video on Halo 2, so that's cool. He's just going to sit right there. So yeah, but I know you guys would probably spread absolute loads of hate if I put it any lower than A, so I think A is a pretty good spot for it. Next on the list is, we're actually doing 2 at a time this time, because they're pretty much the same thing. The Sensitron Beam red and the Sensitron Beam blue. I'm both going to sit down at E because the only use they really have is for fighting a flood, let's be honest. They're really good against the flood. Everything else, terrible. Run out quickly. You have to kill targets that's hard to get, just to get a thing that's just at 50% and they're going to run out in 2 seconds. The only good thing, guys, about them is killing the flood. So they're both going to sit down at E. Next on the list is the frag grenade. I'm just going to sit down at D because it's the same in Halo Combat Evolved. It's useful and it kills groups of enemies, small groups of enemies at once, but it's still just not really like, oh my god, this is A, or oh my god, this is S, or oh, that's B, that's pretty good. It's still not up to the marks of B, A, or S. So, or maybe even C, could have said B. Yeah, it doesn't really hit those high marks of B, A, and S, but it's still alright. So, yeah, I think D is a pretty good place for it. Next on the list is the plasma grenades, and exactly like in Halo Combat Evolved, it's going to be wrong rank higher, and that's only because it can stick onto enemies, which means you can lob it at an elite and it'll kill it. And that's really the only thing I have to say about the plasma grenade. Next on the list is the human turret. I was going to sit down at D because they're hard to find and they're not really the best. Again, that's all I have to say. Next on the list is the plasma turret, and it's exactly the same. Same ranking is the D one. Frankly, I think it's worse, so I kind of want to put it on E, but the last thing we're about to do before the end of this video, just next, that's worse, but I don't think it deserves an F. So the plasma turret has been lucky and has gotten placed at the D. Yeah. Last but not least, well, maybe least, because it's ranked at E. But anyway, the last one on the list is the shade turret. And again, I don't think there's anyone out there who really adores shade turrets, but frankly, I just hate them. All they can do is like, you can just shoot them a, forget what it's called now. It's not a wraith, it's not a ghost. I forget what it's called now. At the end of Halo 3 ODST, ODST is riding one. I forget what it's called, but literally, you just get one of them, you just like, you shoot it, and you can get like one gun off with it, and that's all you can do. So, yeah, that's going to sit right down there, all the way at the bottom, at D. And guys, I just want to say, and I was just talking about the shade turret, I did mean a wraith. For a second I thought a wraith was a banshee, but yeah, I did mean a wraith. Bye!